everybody. This is Alan Ellman, the blue collar investor, with today's option selling question of the day. Today's question comes from Tom and was sent to me on August 14th, 2025. I titled this presentation, Why Consider Rolling Out? Here's the question. Hello, Alan. I am new to BCI, but I have read your books and I am now paper trading to test what I have learned. I could not be happier with what I'm learning from your books and from paper trading using your methodologies. After my first month of paper trading, I cannot understand why an investor would roll out a covered call trade versus allowing exercise and entering a new trade in the next cycle. If you roll out, you're going to lose the time value in the buy to close, even if it's small. If you allow exercise and enter a new second trade, you do not lose that money. Thanks, and it's signed Tom. Well, this question tells me that Tom gets it. It's a really good question, and I hope I have a really good answer for Tom. We'll see. But in any case, let's move on with this video, and I'm going to actually use an example in one of my books. But let's first start by defining what is rolling out a covered call trade. That's typically used when a strike is expiring in the money as expiration is approaching, and we want to retain the underlying shares, or at least we want to calculate and see if it makes sense to retain the underlying shares, because sometimes it doesn't. So what do? We buy to close the current call option, we buy back the option, and we sell a new option, same strike, in the next cycle. That's rolling out. You can also roll out and up to a higher strike, which is rolling out and up, and the calculations will be slightly different. Now, the cost to close that first option consists of intrinsic value, which is the amount that the strike is below the current market value of the stock, plus a small amount of time value. And that's what concerned Tom. Why should we have to spend that small amount of time value to close the option when all we have to do is allow exercise and buy the stock back on Monday and not incur that small time value loss? Well, let's see. I'm using now a real-life example taken from my 8th book, Exit Strategies for Covered Call Writing and Selling Cash-Secured Puts, and it's a real-life example with United Therapeutics Corp., which is listed on the NASDAQ exchange under the ticker symbol UTHR. Here we go. On 2/22/21, I bought 100 shares of UTHR at 155.90, and then immediately sold to open the 3/21, so about a month out, 150 in the money covered call at 9.25. Well, we know that 9.25 is not all profit because we're selling a strike that's $5.90 in the money. So that 5.90 has to be subtracted from the 9.25. The spreadsheets, the trade management calculator will do that for us. Don't worry about the math. Okay, so what happened? On March 21st, expiration Friday, UTHR went from 155.90 all the way up to 163.22, leaving that 150 strike deep in the money. Now, what will it cost to close that 150 in the money call? $15.50. Now, if you take a look at that, the actual time value of that $15.50 premium is $1.78. And I must tell you, on expiration Friday, that is very high. That is a lot. Usually it's measured in pennies. But why is it so high? Well, if you think back to 2021, that was during the COVID crisis, and the market was extremely volatile. So everything was magnified. In any case, it is what it is. And the cost to buy back that 150 call was $15.50. Now, what about selling that same 150 strike in the next contract cycle, which expired on 4/18, so slightly less than a month out? that had generated a premium of 1875. All right, so the question becomes, is it worth it to do that? And why not just allow exercise and repurchase the shares on Monday? We'll get to all that as we go through this video. But first, let's take a look at the initial calculations that I received when I executed this trade. On the top of the screenshot, you see I entered the price of the stock, 155.90, the 150 in the money call at 925. Now you see the spreadsheet breaks that 925 into 335 of time value, and that's going to be the basis of our initial profit, not the intrinsic value of 590, which will be part of the downside protection. So what does the spreadsheet tell us? 28-day trade, if taken through expiration, which it was. The yellow field here shows you a break-even price point of 146.65. Well, we didn't need that because the price went up, but in case we did, we had a lot of protection from 155.90 all the way down to 146.65. Now, in the brown cells are our initial returns based on the 335 component of the 925 premium. And that represented a 28-day return of 2.23%, and that annualizes out to over 29%. Now, that 2.23% is protected and guaranteed as long as share value does not decline by more than 3.78%. So that was a very solid defensive trade that I made, but as it turned out, the price of the stock actually went up significantly. Still in all, I generated a very nice initial return. So now we're talking about rolling out. Okay, so the spreadsheet has an adjustment section, as many of you know, the middle section of the spreadsheet, and we enter on the date of expiration, 3/21, we close the short call at 1550, and the stock was trading at 163.22. So what does that mean? Well, at that point in time, we actually had a loss of option premium of $6.25 dollar amount per share, 4.01%. Okay, that wasn't good, but we enjoyed a share appreciation of $7.32, which was 4.7%. Take everything together, when the smoke clears, we enjoyed a per contract gain of $107. Percentage-wise, it was a small but palpable gain of 0.69%. Now, we're not done, because now we own the shares at 163.22. Remember, we rolled out to the 150 strike, and we generated 1875. Okay, so we're obligated to sell at 150. So where are we now? The break-even price point is all the way down to 144.47, while the stock is trading at 163.22. So we're looking pretty good from a defensive vantage point. What about our actual time value return? Well, here we have 3.69%. That annualizes out to 46.4%. That's very nice. And the downside protection of that 3.69 is 8.1%. Really solid trade here if we decided to roll out. So in the first month, we had a gain, but a small one. In the second month, we are in a position to have a very significant gain. Let's take the 57 days combined. Assuming we end up with the 3.69, it would add up to 4.38%, and that annualizes out to 28%. So that's very significant annualized return. And it comes with protection to the downside of 8.1%. All right, now let's get back to Tom's concern. Why not allow exercise and simply repurchase the shares on Monday? Well, on expiration Friday, the shares closed at 163.22. There is absolutely no guarantee they're going to open up at precisely that same price on Monday. What if they opened at 170? Well, you know what? Rolling out would have looked darn good. So we roll out because that will guarantee us our cost basis. And if the calculations are such that we're going to get a nice healthy return, which we did, then we may choose to roll out. If we allow exercise, it's true the shares can open up at 160 and benefit even more. We just don't know. Are we willing to take that chance? Why not lock in a significant gain by rolling out? And that's the rationale behind it. So we consider rolling out when a strike is expiring in the money and we want to retain those underlying securities. The calculations must align with our pre-stated initial time value return goal range. Allowing exercise creates weekend risk and potential share appreciation on Monday. That would be the concern for not rolling out. And by rolling out, it will actually secure our cost basis. Want to learn more? Go to our website, thebluecollarinvestor.com. Click on our store and best packages. We have three I'll briefly tell you about. The BCI package is our main package. It includes 6 online video courses, about 2 hours each with downloadable workbooks, 6 spreadsheets, calculators developed by BCI, found nowhere else, and 5 of our best-selling books in ebook format. It also includes, and most importantly, I might add, our 13-month premium membership, which includes 4 reports we provide to our members. You don't have to do any screening at all, plus over 250 training videos and much more. Also, our trade management calculator package. You saw the TMC in action in this video. It's a must-have spreadsheet for covered calls, cash secured puts, to both enter and manage a trade. It also has a trade journal. It also includes my 8th book, Exit Strategies for Covered Call Writing and Selling Cash Secured Puts, 27 chapters of exit strategy information. That's the TMC package. And finally, we have our CEO package, which is an acronym for Combining Exchange Traded Funds with Stock Options. For those of you with very busy schedules, it's a way of generating cash flow in a much more time-efficient manner. It includes 2 new spreadsheets developed by BCI. One is our portfolio setup, which includes diversification and cash allocation, and then one to archive your trade results. It also includes a PDF version of my 9th book, Covered Call Writing, A Streamlined Approach. For those of you who want to get everything offered by BCI at the lowest discounted price, look for our CEO Total Package. You can also get items individually. Go to the store and build your own toolkit, and you can get items individually that way. So I first want to thank Tom for this question and allowing me to share it with the BCI community. And of course, I want to thank all of you for taking the time to listen to this presentation. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this presentation, but much, much more importantly, I hope you benefit from it. As always, this is Alan Ellman, the Blue Collar Investor. Take care, everybody.